I think my search for a all-round field watch is pretty much over with this. So what is it that has put a few people off and put them straight back on the market? It actually makes you wonder whether some of that, a significant amount of that production run, was snapped up by speculators who were hoping to make a quick buck, cash in on Russell's reputation. And that's good for those of us who missed the boat, who wanted another chance, who thought we'd lost out forever. New Tory from London. Hello and welcome to the Perfect Wrist. If you haven't been here before, my name is Paul, and this channel is purely devoted to me, my pursuit of those watches that just fit perfectly on the wrist, that hug the wrist like a glove. I have an eye on value for money, affordability, so that does often involve the pre-owned market. I'm on a rare day out of the office today, out in the field, which is very appropriate for the watch that I'm reviewing. Earlier this year, when Russell from the Mad Watch Collector channel announced his collaboration with Radcliffe Watches, a micro brand, UK based, to make their own field watch, I was very excited. I do have a lot of time for YouTubers, watch reviewers, who then go on to design their own watches. I'm always very interested because at the end of the day, these watch reviewers have had decades, well years, to work out what works and what doesn't. So you can imagine my utter disappointment when a week or two after the launch, I was a bit late to the party and they'd all sold out. I just thought, I've missed the boat. I was very annoyed with myself, actually, if I'm being honest. You know, there was never any tears, but very disappointed. You only get one life. And this was a limited production run, 258 pieces, very limited. So imagine my utter delight when I logged onto eBay recently, less than 6 months after the launch, and discovered that there was 3 for sale. More than 1% of the production volume. Why? Any particular reason? Well, there is one reason, which we'll explore later. It's the only real flaw that I can see with this watch. They were just under £300 when they were released. Those buzzards have been around this area for years. It's a lovely little field watch. When you look at what's available, the new releases from Hamilton, the quartz models, this hits the sweet spot. 36mm case, traditional, old school size, around 10mm thick, lovely domed sapphire, highly legible. It's based on an old Omega design from the 40s, I believe. Nothing wrong with that. A couple of the quirks I particularly like are the rail track around the outside. I love that on a watch. The way the numerals are displayed, slightly nuts, a little bit quirky. The watch itself's been well thought out. Great dimensions, all brushed rather than polished. The strap is branded, which is quite incredible for such a small production run. It's it's got an air of uniqueness about it. There's the brand on there, M-HKR, and again on the buckle. I think as an overall package, it's a lovely little product. It's quirky. The quirkiness continues with the packaging, branded. All it is, no box, just a handy storage pouch for 2 watches. You don't need more than that. Canvas. Ooh, let's not forget the case shape itself. Slim and curved, so it just hugs the wrist. You can't ask for more than that. Drilled lugs. A little lock symbol on the crown, but basically just a gimmick really, tells you how to lock it. And what I was surprised at was that everything is loomed, including the logo and the water resistance. It isn't the strongest, but it does last through the night. I've slept with this watch on and I could still read it in the early hours. It has a Miyota movement. I think it's a 9 series movement, so a high beat, with the rotor removed, which keeps the case slim and also means that, true to original field watches, it is a manual wind. And there is an issue with that. If this is a journey that chimes with you and that you want to be part of going forward, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give these videos a like. Go on, it's free. So why would over 1% of the total production volume of this little watch be up for sale within 6 months of the release? There's one major reason that I can find. It's not that major, but it's the only reason I can see, other than perhaps the lack of a warranty card. Well, the only issue I can see is that they've given it a screw down crown, which looks very nice and gives it the 100 meters of water resistance, but both of which weren't particularly necessary. You know, a field watch, 30 to 50 meters of water resistance minimal, with a push-pull crown. Because if it's a hand wind, it has to be wound every day. And over time, that crown, you would think the stem will wear. I've been very, very careful with it, but that was possibly an oversight. I can live with it. I'm not going to move this watch on. Come on, it's a limited edition. There's going to be no more, I think. It actually makes you wonder whether some of that, a significant amount of that production run, was snapped up by speculators who were hoping to make a quick buck, cash in on Russell's reputation. Obviously limited supply, non-existent supply, would have pushed the prices up. That hasn't happened. As with most second-hand watches, you buy new, you sell on at about 60%, and that's exactly 60, and that's exactly what's happened here. And that's good for those of us who missed the boat, who wanted another chance, who thought we'd lost out forever. It's a great little watch. It's tough. It has its quirks. Maybe the screw-down crown is part of that. I had actually been so pleased to get this watch. I felt I'd been given a second chance. And when I asked the seller why he was selling, he said, "Oh, it's just not for me. It's a bit small." Well, I don't think that looks small. I think it's a classic size. Timeless. I have a 7.4 inch wrist. Haven't tried it on other straps yet, but I can guarantee it'll be a strap monster. So I would say that for all of those who missed the boat earlier in the year, you should be able to find one of these. So there you go, from one enthusiast to another. I'll be keeping this little gem. I feel like I've been given a second chance. Until next time.